what you want me.
What's going on, everybody? Gunnar here. I thought I'd do a bonus video and do kind of like a FireTiger perch bulkhead. What's up, Junior? Come in. I'm done, man. This was one of my favorite flies that I fished down here. First day, got destroyed by Grande. Broke me off. So I want some redemption. Gonna tie up another one, and I'll walk you guys through it. It's a flash tail bulkhead deceiver, kind of FireTiger. Really kind of perchy, bluegillish color combo. Definitely juvenile peacock bass. So it's a really wicked cool fly to have down here. And I just like the bulkheads because of the slower drop rate. I think it's a little bit more natural. They tend to have a little bit of volume to their shape to them. And you can do a bulkhead and still make it high and tight. So you get the water push swim without necessarily having the bulkhead silhouette. So we're going to do that a little bit and just kind of freestyle a bulkhead and some fun color combos for bonus video 5. So let's do this. So I'm coming in with a little bit thicker hook here. This is the SC15 2H. Pretty wicked hook, absolutely perfect for downhiller. Still gonna use 140 power thread. Might have people coming in and out here, so bear with me. It's not a big deal. Can't claim the room to film some goofy fly tying videos. But get that guy dressed. So our bucktail colors, we got 2 different sizes, 2 different lengths. We're gonna do kind of yellow tail with an orange front. Yellow's gonna be nice and long, and then I have some short, coarse orange hair. So we're following the exact same program as the previous videos, right? Exact same program. Just changing up the color combos. We're gonna keep the fly all bucktail. We're gonna throw some feathers up front for some barring. It's a really simple platform. I pulled out a little too much there. So I got my bucktail, long fibers, straighter fibers, nice wispy, pull out all the short stuff, manipulate that. You can see this is going to be like a 6-inch fly, all with bucktail. What's really cool about that, you can throw hackles in here for sure. You're going to get a little bit better swimming action, but down here these fish literally just rip the hackles off your flies. So this will increase your durability substantially. Oop, lost my grip there. To just leave the fly bucktail. And it swims beautifully. Like, this has absolutely no problem. And there's a lot of compression to the head. All that bulkhead, they move and dance and shimmy and shake so well. It's so good looking. For Flashabou, I'm coming in with a handful of colors here. We're going to do a flash tail in gold, so it's just straight matte gold. We're going to do an overwing of holographic olive eventually, and we're going to do some lateral lines. This is the big size lateral line flash. It's like a dyed pearl series lavender. Really cool looking stuff. So this is going to be a flash tail, so I'm going to drape a lot of flash. Like, I'm taking like 30 strands. This is intentionally flashy. I'm actually going to leave it mostly straight cut. Because I want that, I'm not looking for this illusion taper. Like, I want all this flash intentionally boom right there in the tail. Hang that maybe an inch past my bucktail. Get that right on top for the most part. Maybe spread that out just a little bit. Kind of clean up my thread bump there. I'm going to take this and try to draw it to either side and then draw it underneath. So I have flash top, bottom, doubled back, tied in twice. And you'll see my longest fibers are on top, my shortest fibers are on bottom. Creates a really nice natural taper without having to do anything. Then you might have some Flashabou that got caught. I got some that got caught. Just kind of break it. No big deal. Come in with our second stack of yellow. Again, we're going 2 and 2, just like we did on all the other tutorials. Just 2 stacks long, 2 stacks short. I'm going to make this nice taper relative to that, and I'm going to do this first one bulkhead. Start building up our body here. nice loose wraps. It's all right on top, thumbnail on top. Pinch the sides, you got nice 360 degrees of bucktail goodness. Throw some thread pressure down. Really work that bucktail back. Thread straight through underneath. You see how that goes, boop, parallel, and then you bring it up and start wrapping. Keep that thread nice and vertical. Your bobbin can do some fun things, but keep the thread vertical. That way you build a perfectly even conical cone. That's going to force all that bucktail backwards and keep it all the way it's supposed to go. That's absolutely perfect. Love it, love it, love it. Just feather that back. Take away that clean edge. That clean edge is really all I'm worried about. Just like it to feather into the whole fly. That's perfect. I'm going to skip all the super glue on this one. So I'm going to come in with orange. So this first one I'm going to use a little bit of a straighter cut fiber. Just because I think it'll be easier to tie in than doing two of the coarse ones. I only have tip hair and orange. I didn't have very many good bucktails at home. I'm going to put that in basically at its full length and have some sloppy butts up front. But that's what we got to work with. Oh, it's going to have the perfect taper to it. I already love it. So this one's nice and sparse, and this is the one that I'm going to dress a lot of my details on and actually kind of hide them inside the fly. So the fly's not, you're not trying to do all of it at the end. The end's basically just going to be eyes and a little bit of flash over the back. So I'm going to come in right now with my lateral lines, my soft hackle. I'm going to feather in some olive on the top for counter shading. I'll start with the olive here. Just like 5 or 6 strands. It's just for illusion. It's all for illusion. Don't need it at full length. Got so much tape on my hands I can't. I have no idea what's going on. I have so much tape on my hands. These absolutely just getting chewed on. It's so unreal. Get that nice tied in twice right over the back of that fly. Just working in your counter shading. I'm gonna come in with my lateral line flash. We're gonna take one piece, cut that in half. So you can see how this is identical technique. Absolutely nothing different than that first bulkhead, than that jig bulkhead, than that Bucktail Deceiver. Nothing is different. The tying points are the same. All we're doing is basically dressing over the top of it to match, you know, a colored up sunfish or a perch, or in this case, a juvenile peacock bass or a false peacock. Now I have a bunch of hackles prepped already, and these are from it's a product called a Marabou soft hackle. And it's absolutely a gorgeous kind of random assortment. I'm not going to lie, it's an extremely random assortment of feathers. And a lot of it's kind of soft hackle, and a lot of it can actually be like saltwater style hackle, which is kind of what I'd call this. Like this mid-range, webby, it's almost like a short barred schlappen. Absolutely prime. And the way I have this cut, you look at this full feather, this is the full feather. You start getting back here and that feather's nice and flat, and it's going to allow you to come and put that wherever you want on that hook, and it's not going to rotate out of that way. So we're going to get nice kind of false barring on this, and a super fluorescent orange hot spot right up by the head. What's up, Michael? You know that fly that I got broke off on the first day?
Yes.
I'm making another one.
Nice.
So that is our, look at that, side barring hot spot right at the head, all the way throughout the entire fly. They are a little long, but you do what you gotta do. That's just the way I could cut them so I could orient the fibers. So, last but not least, nice curly, thick fibers. You want the curliest right at the head. It's going to give you the greatest illusion of bulk. It's going to fill in all the dead space. without having to overdress the fly, so you can keep it nice and light. Got a bunch of Flashabou and I'm making a mess, and it's not my house. Clean out your butts. I'm gonna make this slightly overly bulky, just with, I'm gonna leave a little bit long so I can reverse tie that. Now coming in with 140 power thread, we'll see if I break my thread or not. I'm gonna spin that up so I consolidate all my pressure to a single cord here. A bundle is not easily broken, right? Give that 3 turns, thumb on top, pinch the sides. This head, you really want to make sure it's evenly distributed so it's not kicking one way or the other. You want that to track perfectly straight, or else you might get some spin. And then we're just going to fold all of that back and get that perfectly conical head. I'm going to pinch the sides a little bit. So that way we have a little bit tighter head, a little bit higher, tight profile, and we're going to almost kind of contour the bulkhead high and tight. So it's going to build a little bit taller fly right here in the front. And then our tab eyes are actually going to almost like they're going to follow this compression all the way down the side. So you have a nice bulky 3-dimensional body with a little bit high and tight head. So we're kind of combining like the Bucktail high and tight deceiver with the bulkhead, and we're just changing the head profile so it's a little bit more bait fishy, but we're still getting this nice front high leading edge, which we're going to over drape with Peacock Curl for a really natural tone.
I remember when that fly was broken off on a big fish.
Yes. So that's our finished bulkhead silhouette right there. It's absolutely everything I'd ever want in a fly. I'm going to come in with some tab eyes if I can ever find them. These are 8mm tab eyes from Skeena River Fly Supply. I definitely recommend just reinforcing them. If you have a little bit of super glue, 5-minute epoxy, put a nice dab right behind that eye. You'll like triple the longevity. You guys can all hang out in here. It does not bother me at all. Don't make a sound. And with all eyes, make sure they're symmetrical. It's so important that that fly is going to track straight. If you have up and, if your eyes are off center from each other, anytime you have an eye that's angular, like everything, you want that water compression on the head to be perfectly sound in all dimensions, and that's going to stop your fly from spinning and allow that hook to do all the keeling. You're just relying on that hook to do all the keeling. And then she'll finish this fly so that it's absolutely beautiful. We're going to come in a few strands of Flashabou, cut them a little short. You don't need them at full length. A little bit of tape right over the back. And then while your thread's still up there, we're going to finish this off with one of my favorite wing materials to finish a fly in, is Peacock Curl. Peacock Curl has probably Mother Nature's most natural, shimmery light reflectance, kind of dark olive. It's almost like the perfect rainbow smell colored back. Contours the whole fly. They're actually fairly durable. They don't get broke off that easily, especially if you lash them down nice and tight. So with your thread right up top, just catch that right at the hook eye. Fan that out with your thumb so it veils the whole back of the fly, the whole back of the fly. You want that absolutely symmetrical. And then build up a purdy thread head, whip finish. And the coolest thing you can do with Peacock Curl, you see how these are all straight, kind of making this really weird silhouette at the top of my fly. You can actually curl it the same way you curl a ribbon, and you kind of compromise the underside of the material, and it's going to cause it to contour the back and make an absolutely perfect silhouette over the top of that fly. So that is just a freestyle bulkhead deceiver and kind of a spawning perch juvenile peacock. It's been absolutely killer, super fun to fish, lightweight, cast like butter on a 10 weight. and it got eaten alive on day 1, and hopefully I have redemption on day 6. So that is, I don't know, just a freestyle flashtail bulkhead, dressed up and ready to hunt. Super lightweight, pushes a ton of water, absolutely perfect teardrop profile, little high and tight head, tubular midsection. Thing is absolutely killer. So thanks for watching. Tie one up. This is like a musky chew toy anywhere there's 6-inch perch. Get it in the water. So see ya.